called to order, and we do have a quorum present. The first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of the March 15th, 2016 meeting. If there are no additions or corrections, may I have a motion to approve as presented?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Brandon, seconded by Kristen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Agenda item 3 is a consent agenda plat. It's the final plat of Creekview 121 Edition, Lot 1, Block A, containing 28.103 acres. It is Zone Light Industrial L1, approximately 550 feet north of State Highway 121, between Laura Lane and Marina Vista Drive.
Good evening, Commissioners. There is one plat on the agenda to be considered for approval. There are no variances requested, and the staff recommends that Planning and Zoning Commission approve the plat as presented.
Okay, thank you, June. Any questions? It was in the packet. Concerns? All right, then may I have a motion for that plat?
Move to approve.
Move to approve by Steve. Okay, seconded by Brandon. I'm sorry, Steve. My mind was somewhere else. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 4, agenda item number 4 is consent plats. We have a continuation of the final plat of Castle Hills SEC Josie Windhaven Edition, lots 2R1, 2R2, and R3 Block A, containing 2.811 acres. This is designated General Business 2, GB2. It's located in the southeast quadrant of Windhaven Parkway and Josie Lane, being a replat of Castle Hills SEC Josie Windhaven Edition, lots 2 and 3, Block A.
You can read both together if you'd like.
Oh, okay, I can do that. Item B is the final plat of Feed Mill Edition, Lot 1, Block A. It's containing a 0.7492 acres, zoned Old Town Center Business District, OTC, located on the northeast corner of Main Street and Keeley Avenue, being a replat of portion of Block 3, Keeley Edition.
Commissioners, there are two plats on the agenda to be considered for approval. There are no variances requested, and the staff recommends that Planning and Zoning Commission approve the plat as presented.
Commissioners, questions? Okay, at this time, we'll open up the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak on items A or B, please come forward, sign in, and state your name. All right, having no one come forward, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, comments, questions? All right, may I have a motion on items A and B together?
Move to approve both items A and B.
Okay. Motion by Brandon,
Second.
seconded by Kristen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Nay. Okay, motion carries unanimously. Agenda item 5 is public hearing for plats. 5A is consideration of the final plat with 2 associated variances for South Village Edition, lots 2R, 3 through 9, Block A, lots 1 through 30, Block B, lots 1 through 15, Block C, lots 1 through 11, Block D, being 4.225 acres of land, Zone Old Town Mixed Use 2, OTMU2, located on the south side of Elm Street between Charles and Mill Street, being a replat of South Village Edition, Lot 2, Block A, and Louisville Center Edition, Lot 2, Block A.
Good evening, Commissioners. I apologize in advance for my voice. What we have is South Village addition. It is a plat containing 63 residential lots, combination of 12 single-family and 12 single-family attached and 51 single-family detached lots. Lot 2R, which faces Mill Street, is a proposed mixed-use lot with commercial ground floor and residential units above. This project represents a truly urban layout with narrow streets to allow for traffic calming and smaller setbacks, which bring units closer to the street. The concept plan for this project was approved by City Council in 2014 as part of an economic development agreement. A zoning change request for 2 parcels fronting Charles Street is pending and scheduled for approval in May. With the development of the final plat and construction plans, we have 2 variances that are being requested. We have the Assistant City Engineer here to address those 2 variances.
Jeff?
Good evening. The first variance is to allow corner clips less than 12 foot by 12 foot at the intersections. We had a little exhibit that kind of shows you, it's basically every corner in the subdivision. Due to the uniqueness of the subdivision, it wasn't a concept plan shown graphically, but it was not named in the agreement as a variance. So we're bringing it forward as a variance at this time with the plat. So what they are providing, at the street intersections, they are providing a 8.5 by 8.5 foot corner clip, and then at the alleys, they're providing a 7 by 7 foot corner clip. In the Old Town ordinance, it does not have any alley criteria outlined in it, so I guess we can default back to the normal land development regulations, which requires a 15 by 15 foot corner clip. Of course, corner clips serve as a purpose for safety, so you can see at the corners, at the intersections. As a safety precaution, what they're going to do is provide stop signs at each intersection for each leg of the intersection. You'll still have your stop signs at the end of the alleys as that's commonly required and provided, but we'll have additional stop signs at each intersection to accommodate having a smaller corner clip. The second variance is to allow a reduced drainage and sanitary sewer easement width, and we had an exhibit for that one as well. This is specifically the easement that is near Mill Street is where this is located. This will be a section of the property that would be what we're calling a mixed-use development. This will be a separate phase from the single-family subdivision, where you'll have commercial development on the bottom floors, and then the upper floors will be residential living units. So due to the property lines and the existing utilities there, we had a tight situation to deal with. Normally we require these easements to be a total width of 45 feet due to the size of the lines and also the depth of the lines. For this area, we have worked with the developer. They're requesting a 30-foot overall easement width to work with their site plan. We've looked at it, and we've determined that we can live with the 30 feet easement width, just due to it is a shared easement between 2 utilities. This is a sanitary sewer line and also a drainage box culvert. So the maintenance on these are minimal. You would have a situation where you may have to do a connection when you do development, that kind of thing, but there's very rarely we have to come in and do maintenance on that line. So, but the 30 feet does provide us room to work on those, and we feel comfortable with the 30 feet. So I'll leave it there. Do y'all have any questions on the variances?
I had one question. My only question was on the corner clips, and does that leave enough room for the curb ramps? I'm assuming that's been looked at.
Yes, we've come up with a different type of ramp. It's different from our normal standards, but we have come up with a directional ramp that will work with that corner clip.
Okay.
So we've looked at that, and also our ADA compliance officer, Randy Johnson, with the city, we worked with him as well, and we came up with a solution that would work for the city, and so we would make sure we're in compliance with this subdivision.
Okay.
Anyone else? All right, thank you, Jeff. At this time, we'll open up a public hearing. Anyone who wishes to speak, please come forward, sign in, and state your name.
Hi, my name is Brian Humberger, Texas Development Services. I'm here to support this request for approval of the plat, and if there's any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Anybody? No? Okay, I guess not. It's pretty well explained.
I'm sorry,
And no questions.
okay.
So
Thank you.
we appreciate your effort.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Chairman, the staff would recommend that the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of the plat as requested and the requested variances, with the condition that the approval is contingent upon the approval of the zone change request that is pending.
Okay. So may I have a motion containing that?
I will make a motion to approve this item pending the approval of the zoning.
Okay, motion by Kristen,
Second.
seconded. Anybody else? Motion? Yeah, yay, nay?
Oh, yay.
Okay, all right. Motion carries unanimously. So. All right, item 6, public hearing zoning special use permit. Consideration of a zone change request from light industrial L1 to medical district MD on approximately 0.55 acre tract of land, further identified as Lot 3, Block A, Justin Road Center Edition, located at 1960 Archer Avenue, as requested by G&A Consultants on behalf of Special Abilities Foundation, the property owner. This is case number PZ 2016-0410.
Good evening, Commissioners. This piece of property, or this zone change request, is associated with our following special use permit request. In order to require or to apply for the special use permit, the underlying zoning would be medical district. This particular piece of property, outlined in red on the screen, was constructed back in 1985 as a La Petite Academy, a daycare facility. It has been used as some form of daycare, day stay facility since that time. Currently, it is home to the Special Abilities of North Texas, which is a day stay care facility for adults with special needs. That facility is looking to move to a larger place. Journey to Dream, Kyle's Place, is proposing to occupy the space. This is a residential care operation facility, provides child care, including treatment services or programmatic services for 13 or more children or young adults as regulated by Chapter 748, Title 40 of the Texas Administrative Code. The current zoning is light industrial, which allows for a multitude of more intensive type uses. The applicant is requesting medical district, which is required for the Chapter 748 operation. When you look at what's surrounding it, you've got a city water tower to the north. I believe there's a fire station just behind that. To the south, there's a self-storage facility. Across the street, you've got, I believe it's a mechanics facility. And then as you move closer to FM 407, you've got a strip center with neighborhood services. Once you move further north, you have some more residential, but directly adjacent, or directly across the street, you've got more light industrial at this point in time. The zone change request for medical district, whether the SUP is granted or not, would allow for medical type services at some future date if Kyle's Place or someone else moves out of this facility. Do you have any questions? So right now, this particular item is just for the zone change to medical district from light industrial.
Brendan, did you have something? No. Okay. All right, this time we'll open the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak on item 6A, consideration of the zone change request, please come forward, sign in, and state your name. Okay, having no one come forward, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, discussion, concerns, questions?
No.
All right, may I have a motion on item 6A?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Steve,
Second.
seconded by Brandon. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6B, consideration of the special use permit for Chapter 748 operation on an approximate 0.556 acre tract of land, further identified as Lot 3, Block A, Justin Road Center Edition. It's located at 1960 Archer Avenue, requested by G&A Consultants on behalf of Special Abilities Foundation, the property owner. This is case number SUP 2016-0404.
Sorry, our overhead projectors is out, so we're trying to make do with a PDF on a computer. So this is the second part to the zone change request from light industrial to medical district. In order to have a Chapter 748 operation, it does require a special use permit. So the request is for a Chapter 748 special use permit. This would provide 16 beds for teens to stay overnight, an updated kitchen, living area, conference room, and bathing facilities. The applicant is looking to upgrade the front exterior facade, include a new gray standing seam metal roof, front porch added to the building, and extend the entrance foyer located on the east side of the building by approximately 5 feet. A sticky stone veneer wainscot will be added to the lower portion of the building up to the bottom of the window ledge. Existing brick will be painted to complement the stone. 88% of the building's front facade will be brick or stone, with a small portion of the upper level having a stucco veneer. The side and rear elevations will not have any other changes other than being repainted. In terms of screening and landscaping, the applicant is proposing to have the existing chain link fence remain. The rear of the property is fully landscaped with no modifications proposed. The front of the site has an existing tree with 3 additional trees proposed. Additionally, dwarf Burford holly will be added to the front parking area for additional screening. There are 3 variances. We eliminated one of them. There are variances being requested. Those will be brought forward at the city council level. So we're just making you aware of them, but you have no action to take on them this evening. In summary, the property began as a children's daycare facility built in the mid-'80s. Been home to some kind of daycare ever since. The applicant is proposing to update the front facade and to do some interior renovations and landscape improvements. and staff feels that this is a suitable location for the proposed use. It's staff's recommendation that the P and Z recommend approval of the special use permit request for a Chapter 748 operation at this location. Do you have any questions? The applicant is here this evening as well.
Commissioners? No? Okay, thank you, Mary. I guess at this time, we'll open up the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak, please come forward, sign in, and state your name. Okay, having no one come forward, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, comments, concerns, questions? All right, then may I have a motion, please?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, moved to approve by Brandon, seconded by Kristen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Last item is a motion to adjourn. May I have a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, motion by Brandon, seconded by Steve. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.